Things couldn't really be going better for us right now here at Leeds. We're top of the Premier League table. We've made a couple of very good signings. We're delighted with how the team is playing overall. And today, we start our Champions League journey for the very first time. However, we do have to play last year's champions first. Now, they only lost 3 games all season and won every other game. They didn't draw a single game. It was 35 wins, 3 defeats for Liverpool last year. So far this season, they find themselves in 13th with just 1 win from 4, with 2 draws and 1 defeat. So it's not been the best of starts for Liverpool. I'm hoping that we can continue our 100% record so far this season in this opening game. We'll then play midweek against CSKA Moscow, our first ever Champions League game. And then we'll have Everton away at the weekend. We'll then sim Swansea and sim Watford before starting tomorrow's episode with AC Milan at the end of September. Things have been going really well for us so far, and I am desperate for them to continue to do so. This is the final season here at Leeds, and I'd love to win as much as possible. Tyler Roberts is now 89 rated, as is Orlan. Marlon is now 87. Malacia 86. Engel is 90. The team is growing. We're playing phenomenally well, and we're getting results left, right and centre. Let's build on the last-minute winner against Manchester United yesterday and go and beat Liverpool as well. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying this final season. Please do make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell ticked so you don't miss out on any videos. Time for Liverpool to come to Ellen Road. Right, Liverpool, Alisson in goal for them. Hoover, Kimpembe, Hermoso and Andy Robertson. Valverde, Sander Berge and Guendouzi. Valverde, a new signing for them, of course. Salah, Firmino and Ousmane Dembele. That is a much stronger team than was played against us in the Community Shield. This will be a more difficult game than the Community Shield. But, fingers crossed we still come out on top. Firmino, fancy pass. Mix up with Guendouzi. Oh, jeez, I can't. They overdid that, Liverpool. They overdid that. They were, both of them, clean through, and they're too busy playing 1-2s to just bury the ball in the back of the net. I don't understand why they've done that. Ousmane Dembele will deliver this corner for Liverpool. It should be 1-0 to them. They really should have taken the lead there. Again, I'll just hack this clear. Actually, it's not a bad ball. Can we bring that down? Yes, Marlon has won it off Hoover. And through that gap, oh, we could have played in. Jadon Sancho, Bobby Firmino's little back heel doesn't get past Eder Militao. Renato Sanchez's ball forward doesn't get past Federico Valverde. Ball delivered in, and Tomori's behind that. Renato, terrible first touch. Trying to get rid of the ball here. And Jadon Sancho's putting in defensive work now. Tried to clear it, but couldn't get the power on the ball quickly enough. Liverpool pinning me in here. Guendouzi into Firmino. Valverde dinked out to Hoover. Lifted in, and oh no, where's the dip? Oh, didn't dip in time for Sander Berge. Thankfully for me, goes over the bar. I mean, he couldn't have balls that header up more, could he? To Jadon Sancho. Inside to Renato. That was, again, unnecessary, but effectively done. I might have turned a little bit too sharp there with Jadon. I'll look for Orlan twice. It's Marlon at the back post, and Hoover will head behind. Corner to come in from Jadon Sancho. And delivered well. Tomori's up. As is Sander Berge. Can we get to that first? No, but Firmino's touch is poor, and Hakimi does win the ball back again. Try to squeeze that through there to Renato. Got a number of options here. Tyler Roberts has been in the best goal-scoring form of his life in the past few months, and Orlan gives us a 1-0 lead as Tyler Roberts gets an assist this time. Still involved, Tyler. But Orlan gets... Is that his... No, it's not his first Premier League goal of the season. He definitely scored a handful in some simulated games last month, surely. I remember Orlan scoring a hat-trick somewhere. I can't remember what game it was in. He's buried that really well, though, moving away from Alisson the whole time. It is his 8th goal. Jesus, yes, he has scored quite a few goals already this season. This is only the first game of September, and Orlan is on 8 Premier League goals already. We've only conceded 1 goal all season so far domestically as well. This could be a record-breaking season. Not just for Leeds United, but for Chesnoy Gaming career modes as well. And we could maybe get ourselves a second not too long after. Renato is there, out of his feet, looks to bend it, and I don't think he could have gotten that worse. It did deflect off Sanderberger apparently, so we'll let him off. He'll deliver the corner. Keeper's going to come. Oh, and catch really well, Alisson. Fair play. 1-0 in the 27th minute. Firmino out wide to Mo Salah. Brings it down well. Cross could come in. He's dropped the shoulder. Firmino with a 1-2. Salah, keeps. If you can get to it with a strong hand like that, then surely he could have gathered it in rather than pushing it back into the danger zone. Donyell Malen looking to get away from Hoover here, and he's doing so well. And dink it back towards the back post. Oh, I think it was Robertson actually got to that first. Jadon Sancho tried his best. We're trying to get a second before half-time. Alisson again will come. This time not able to catch. We get there with Malacia, no. Valverde inexplicably just hoofs it. Going to have to be slightly better than that going forward, Liverpool, if you want to get yourselves back in this, especially considering we're the best defensive side in the league this season. That was a poor 1-2, to be fair. It's going to be just 1-0 at half-time, but we do look relatively comfortable with that 1-0 lead. Bobby Firmino coming off for Liverpool, and new signing Krzysztof Piątek coming on for them. We'll wait and see if he's any good up top. I've not really ever gotten on with him on FIFA, but I've rarely played against him, to be fair, so I don't know if he's actually going to be difficult to play against. I don't like playing with him, but being on the other side of the ball, so to speak, from him, I don't know if he's going to be a handful to deal with. His passing there could certainly do with being a little bit improved. You see how many bodies Liverpool have pushed forward here as they're trying to get themselves level. That might be their undoing. It certainly was for Manchester City yesterday. Can I squeeze this for Jadon Sancho? He's going to get there ahead of Hermoso, and the ball across is the obvious thing to do. Orlan makes it 2. I could have gone with Jadon Sancho there. I wanted to make sure that we scored. 2-0, game over. We're going to stay top. Here's Andy Robertson in there to Sanderberger. Piątek. Where are we going to go now? Back to Robertson. Inside to Sanderberger again. Nice tackle by Tyler Adams. And that should be game. Unless I could just send Orlan away for one final counter. He got to the ball well ahead of one defender. And Hermoso was able to get to the loose ball. A 2-0 win against last season's champions. As if we weren't making statements of intent yesterday. That's a massive one. Really close game though. Not many chances, but we were able to take ours and they weren't able to take theirs. City win by 2-0, so they'll still be just 3 points behind us. And the only game that they've lost this season was against me. So we always prepare for the worst. No, Leeds United always wins. We do so far this season. That's 5 from 5 in the Premier League so far. I'll say the scoreline was unfair to them. They did play well. We still deserved the win, but perhaps a 2-goal advantage. Copyright, shut up. I hate that. Always have to stop talking quickly to avoid getting copyright struck by the bloody Champions League music. As I was saying, a 1-0 win against Liverpool would have been a fair result, I think, or a 1-goal margin of victory. 2 does flatter us a little bit considering we only had 2 shots on target all game, but pleased nonetheless to have got the victory, and we'll be playing with this team in our first ever Champions League tie. Milan, Ajax and CSKA Moscow in our group. Not easy. Not sure how well Marlon understands what he has to do. Not sure how well AC Milan will have grown or what their squad looks like at this stage, but Ajax should be decent. And I expect Milan to be a tough test too. CSKA Moscow are most certainly the weakest side in the group, but that's not to underestimate them. With the realism mod, difficulty does take a step in Europe. So it's not going to be easy, but hopefully we should still be able to come out on top. I'm looking forward to this. Our first ever Champions League game. CSKA Moscow's 11. Mario Fernandes still there. There is a Sigurdsson, but it's not Gylfi. We got anything on the bench? Nothing really that looks that threatening. A 3-4-3 for them. Mario Fernandes on the right of the midfield 3. Vlasic could be a decent player, and DI could cause us some problems up top, but that's not a very strong team. Win that header. Oh, Jamie. That was pretty terrible. Akhmatov. Forward there to Vlasic. Out to Obliakov. with the numbers they have forward in this formation, it's probably going to be quite difficult to keep them out for the full 90. I imagine it's going to be more of a 3-4-3 going forward as they're lined up, but defensively, probably more of a 5-3-2 or 5-2-3 even, as they look to keep us out at the other end. I expect Mario Fernandez and his opposite number on the other side to try and track back and keep us out. We have been in great goal-scoring form this season. Calvin Phillips from distance on his left foot, of all things, has our first chance of the game. Corner to come in from Jamie Shackleton. He's decently delivered, but cleared away. Now, can I get to that first with Emerson? No, Vlasic does well. McKennie playing for the first time in a starting role, I think. Or at least in a played game, anyway. He's previously only been used in a sim or come off the bench at centre-back. Where to go through that gap there to Cunha. Here's Shackleton, who spins well, but Gugua is far too strong for him. I expect that to be a running theme with Jamie Shackleton at times. Vlasic out to Ndiaye. Getting a bit stretched already after half an hour of this game. You can see the number of CSKA Moscow players that are forward here. We really are going to have to make sure that we defend as best as we possibly can. Otherwise, we might be conceding more than just the one goal we have domestically all season in just this one game. Saint-Maximin could get in behind here, and he is in a great position, and that touch is probably just at the right angle. The second one, not quite so much. It's a good save. It's a relatively comfortable save. Bowen will try and find a teammate, but can't. Can we get to that first with McKennie? Yes, we can. Brilliantly done. Shackleton looking for Cunha. Oh, I wanted to hit that first time. I just couldn't quite finish the powering up of the shot before the ball reached him. Tentative game here that could go either way, judging by how the first half has played out so far. In here's Vlasic again. He's got players to put it back to. Took the wrong option there, trying to pull it across the goalmouth rather than pulling it back to the man that was freer, so to speak. Jared Bowen played in, and he's getting away well. Now can Bowen score where Saint-Maximin couldn't? No, Pomazoon makes another good save. And then punches that, and they'll hack it away. Any way will do. Can Phillips knock that down? He can. McKennie. Support here from Saint-Maximin. Lovely turn. The shot deflected and tipped over the bar by the keeper. We'll have one more chance before the end of the half. Bowen delivers from the corner. Up goes Calvin Phillips. It's cleared away. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time here against the Russians in Russia. Hopefully we can have a strong second-half performance and come out on top. There's just Shackleton. Phillips. McKennie shrugs off the challenge of the defender well. Cunha's played in, but I've got a lot of men around me here. It's back to Jared Bowen on his favoured left foot. Their keeper is determined not to concede here. He's making save after save after save, and that was very well struck by Jared Bowen and was travelling towards that far top corner. I had to make a change at half-time, bringing on big 6'7" Price for Tomori, who obviously I need to be fit for the Everton game at the weekend. So, and he was struggling for stamina even at half-time as well. That Ben White injury is such a pain in the arse. Every time he gets injured, it's always at the worst possible time. His Vlasic played in behind. Are CSKA going to take the lead? Oh no, I've overstretched it. Brandon Cooper in the way, thankfully. Jesus, this is actually quite a difficult game. I expected CSKA to be the weakest team in the group, and I would still imagine that to be the case, but they are playing very well here and giving a good account of themselves. If they can play as well as they have against me, against Ajax and AC Milan as well, then they might stand the chance of getting through. Mauro Icardi's gone to Real Madrid and left Manchester City, as we saw in yesterday's episode. Big move for him, moving to Real Madrid. Biol trying to get past me there, but Jared Bowen getting stuck in defensively. McKennie as well. Jamie Shackleton pointing where he wants it, but I don't fancy him for strength against any of their defenders, unfortunately. He has been out-muscled on a number of occasions so far here today. Shackleton there, though, into McKennie. Got options. Cunha's there. Oh, it's going to fall free to Calvin Phillips. Oh! He isn't usually that good in front of goal, Calvin Phillips. But he had a great left-footed shot from distance that was well saved in the first half. And that laid itself in front of him in such a manner, just presented itself saying, please, bury me in the top corner. And he has obliged in doing so. The pass into Cunha, I think actually might have been a tackle that meant it fell free to Calvin Phillips. But he swept that home first time superbly. What a finish. Great technique. Keeper's been in top form today, but can't keep that out. Leeds 1, CSKA Moscow 0. Our first goal ever in the Champions League in this save is scored by Calvin Phillips, who's been with us from day one. That seems just right. Phillips into Shackleton. Oh, I see the move that Jared Bowen's making on this right-hand side. He's dead stamina-wise, and he's about to come off the field of play. But he's found Jamie Shackleton. Finds only Sayuba's shin in the way. 15 minutes to go. Making a double change here. McKennie and Bowen off with Tyler Wright and Joel Morris coming on. Tiny little Joel Morris going to come on at cam. I've dropped Jamie Shackleton back to a deeper role. Tyler Wright here with a relatively decent turn. Sam Maximan does the same. Oof. And with a powerful effort, draws another save out of Pomazan. We could have had 7 or 8 here if it weren't for the keeper in this game. Brandon Cooper's won that header, but it'll go wide only for a goal kick. We've been the better team, and we have had loads of shots on goal, but their goalkeeper is keeping them in it. Morris turns to find Cunha. Can we get a second? Oh, that's a foul. It's really not the best of challenges from Gugu. It's probably only a yellow, and indeed it is, but it's a good position for a free kick. Look how tiny Joel Morris is, bless him. I'd love to see Joel Morris stood next to 6'7" Isaac. That would be incredible. Right, who can take free kicks? No one, really. Calvin Phillips doesn't have much curve, a 54 curve. I mean, I'll try it, but it's probably not going to be that well executed. Or is it? I mean, it wasn't that bad, but it was still comfortable for the keeper. Back to Mario Fernandes again. They steal a late equaliser. I couldn't deny them that. They've played well. They deserve at least 1 goal. It's just that we've deserved about 6. Towards the back post, away by Tyler Wright. They won't get anything from this, hopefully, now. CSKA Moscow, although there is still the opportunity from the throw and in stoppage time. Madashvili into La Peña Ruiz. Oh, it's going to fall! They will not get a more clear-cut chance for the remainder of the group stage, let alone throughout the course of this game. That's easily the best chance they've had. He had no composure. So much time and space to bring that down, take a touch, settle himself and bury it. They should have pulled themselves level there, CSK, with the last chance of the game, but they didn't. You'll see from the stats, we dominated the game with regards to chance creation. CSKA Moscow only the 2 shots on target all game. But, oh wow, Manchester United win 5-0 against Dynamo Kiev. Into winning out 3-1 winners as well. Why didn't we get to see Tyler Adams today? Because I need him fit for the Everton game of the weekend. He managed to win a close match. Time to focus on that Everton game now. And do I think CSKA Moscow played well? Yes, they did play well. I was, in fact, praising them in that final highlight there. But we'll head now to the game against Everton, which I believe is away from home at Goodison Park. Indeed it is. Time then to go and face Everton and hopefully, tomorrow's tired still, hopefully go 6 from 6. We'll wait and see. Projected goals for Orlan this season, 68. If he keeps scoring at the rate he has done so far this year, he could score 68 goals this season. That's pretty ridiculous. Jordan Pickford in goal for Everton. Jonjo Kenny, Bacardi, Holgate and Luca Digne at the left-back spot. Moranchuk, Florentino, Gabama and Galeno, with Ellis Sims up top alongside Moise Kean, as of course they've sold Tammy Abraham back to Chelsea. 9 goals in 5 Premier League games for Orlan so far. The fact that they've genuinely done that. Projected goals, 68. I'll be honest, lads. I don't think Orlan is going to score 68 goals this season. If he does, then that's the most ridiculous season of goal scoring I've ever seen in FIFA ever. I don't think I've even seen people send me pictures on Twitter or show me stuff in an Instagram DM with 68 goals in a single season. Oh, Jesus. I can't get the ball away, though, from my box here. Tyler Adams has stepped in well. Renato, there we go. Oh, Tyler Roberts went a little bit further away from him than I intended it to do. Nottingham Forest sat up in 4th at the minute. Orlan's in the middle. It's Marlan who's gone towards and Jonjo Kenny wins the header. end-to-end stuff already. It's been quite an end-to-end episode, really, isn't it? Every game seems to be quite competitive. Militao wins that header from the corner, but Pickford claims it comfortably and will stay at 0-0 after 11 minutes. Who's going to win that header? They both end up on the floor. Gabama into Sims. I don't know anything about Ellis Sims. I don't know whether he's going to be really good or he's just kind of the one striker they had left after they sold Tammy, weren't able to replace him. Galeno's kept that in well and delivered well too. Renato away, nod that down. Tyler Adams does well. Can Tyler Roberts get to that? No. Everton were challenging for the Premier League title a couple of seasons ago. They weren't really there or thereabouts last season, challenging only for Europa League spot and find themselves about 5th or 6th this season so far as well. This is easily the best start to a season we've had ever. 5 wins from 5. And I am half confident, if my passing could be slightly better, that we could make it 6 from 6. They're going to be hoping that their passing's better too. Tyler to Orlan. Nicely done by Erling Braut Haaland there. And out to Jadon Sancho, who's driving around the outside. And they see Daniel Marlin in the middle. Pickford holds on well. Adams through the gap to Haaland. Little back heel. Oh, lovely drop of the shoulder from Tyler Roberts, who is now away and buries it. I think they expected me to play the 1-2 with Orlan there. And Roberts read that they read it and just let the ball come across his body. Really nicely done. Sit here, just... Oh, no you don't. Defender committed. Roberts accelerates away and smashed into the back of the net. He's going to be a great goal scorer for us this season as well. It's only his second of the year so far. But he's playing out of his skin again. We're 1-0 up at Goodison Park. Ireland just playing on 1-2 with Adams there. Now he could race at the back line. Tyler Roberts will do the 1-2 this time. He got caught there late after the ball had gone. But the referee didn't see it, seemingly, or didn't deem it a foul. Quite hard done by there with Tyler Roberts. This time, 1-2 again. Oh, and Orlan's in to score his 10th! His 10th goal of the Premier League season in 6 games. We lead 2-0 at Goodison Park. We might be doing a Liverpool of last season this year. Because of the way that we expected it to have to be, we are probably going to have to win almost every game in the Premier League to get ourselves the title. But we're doing that so far. Sims to Galeno. Out there to Lucadinha. Nice tackle by Hakimi. Back into Lucadinha again. Dropping his shoulder nicely. Florentino to Sims. To Moise Kean. Oh, 2 bites of the cherry there, Galeno. But not able to get the shot past any of the defenders. Orlan will just get to that first. I think I might be happy to just see out the 2-goal lead at half-time. Things are going really well for us this season. Considering we only made 2 signings, or 3 if you count Militao, and only 2 of those signings are in my starting 11, there's been such a jump in the quality of performance this season. And I don't feel like Jadon Sancho or Militao have really contributed an overly large amount to that. They're just brilliant so far. We'll bring Brandon Cooper on for Tomori at half-time here. And I'll probably rest Tomori in the rotation side for the game in the Cup against Swansea. I'll take him out and put 6'7" Price in at centre-back alongside Brandon Cooper for rotated games until we get Ben White back. It's just not fair on Tomori. He's absolutely shattered after half an hour in every game at the minute. But I could not have anticipated the season starting as well as it has, I'll be honest. I guess we have to factor in as well the fact that other players that were already here have grown quite a bit since last season. Tyler Adams will get that forward there to Jadon Sancho. But he can't find Renato Sanchez. But I didn't expect the season to start the way that it has. I don't think you guys expected it to start as well as it has either. But long may it continue. The longer it does, the more likely we are of scoring a Premier League title this season and potentially winning multiple trophies again. It'll be a corner for Everton here. 10 minutes into the second half, Galeno will deliver. And delivers well. Cooper heads away, his first action of the half. And away again by Hakimi here. Everton keep possession. Mason Holgate, no, it's a little bit loose, as was my pass. So Florentino brings it down. Moise Kean, he's been known to score the odd worldie, but not on this occasion. Hakimi down the line to Jadon Sancho. Driving forward Into the box. Stands it up. Whew. He swung at it, Orlan. Pickford with the punt. Good win by Tyler Adams. Renato will knock that in front of Marlon, and Orlan is there. Oh. Ooh, I didn't think that was a foul, to be fair. Just out-muscling him, I felt. No, Orlan, he might have great power, but he's not got great free kicks. I don't have a free kick specialist. I really don't have one. I could try and play it short there to Donyell Marlon, perhaps, and try and work at a goal here. Take a touch, shoot. Oh! The net does ripple, but from the wrong side, hitting the supporting stand that's holding up the back of the net and then coming back into the side netting. Not far away, something from the training ground that has occasionally worked for me in Ultimate Team, but not on this occasion here in career mode. Still though, we're 2-0 up, and I couldn't be happier for that. And hopefully that continues to be the case between now and the end of the game. Sanchez, down the line. Is he onside here, Jaden? It appears so. The defenders are all steaming back, but they're not quick enough. Marlon, 3-0. Game over. Even if they have some form of fight back, Everton, I don't see them turning around 3. They were all stood up on the halfway line there, their back line, inexplicably pushed way, way forward. His first goal of the season, Donyell Marlon, and we find ourselves 3-0 up, and we will make it 6 wins from 6 in the Premier League. Kenny into Florentino, to John Joe Kenny again, to Florentino again. Miranchuk around the corner to Sims. Oh, they have got one back. Rossi does squeeze in. That's only the second goal we've conceded in the Premier League this season. Perhaps slightly over-celebrating there, the man on the far side, Miranchuk, but that was a really nice ball. And squeezing it home there, Rossi. Fair play to him, Diego Rossi. Everton have a goal back, and goal difference might be important. You never know, come the end of the season, that one goal might make the world of difference for Everton and for ourselves, to be fair, in the negative side of things. But we've been scoring goals for fun so far this season, and I don't expect that to stop anytime soon. Wasn't able to get Orlan through there, though, but we are going to get a 3-1 win here against Everton. 6 wins from 6 in the Premier League. It's by far the best start to a Premier League season I think I've ever had in any series. 6 from 6. Unreal. We could make it 7 from 7 in the simulated game against Watford as we head towards the game with AC Milan. That's not necessarily laid out the best way there on the screen. But congratulations, our win streak continues. My players deserve all the credit. They're the ones that are putting in the performances. I can only tell them what to do. They have to actually enact it. Right. It will be Swansea next in the Carabao Cup. I'm not asked about that game, about that competition again, but I will still, if needs be, play a game in the Carabao Cup if we think we've got a difficult one that we're not going to get through, to ensure that maybe we can win 4 domestic trophies this season. Wow. Not having the best run of form in the Premier League on their return, Swansea. 3 straight defeats, at least, for them so far. Jared Bowen gives us a 1-0 lead after 14 minutes as well. Interestingly, it's a Manchester derby in just the 3rd round of this competition. Bowen adds a 2nd. Almost certain that we're going to go through now. And Man United and Tom Alamar adds 2 as well. They've had a man sent off. We've scored 2 goals in 5 minutes. It's 4-0. And Swansea's season goes from bad to worse. A hat-trick for Bowen. It's 5. And we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Where are they in the league? Imagine, considering their form, they're probably bottom. Yeah, 6. They haven't scored a goal yet. Oh, Swansea. Oh, lads. No. 17 goals conceded. They're losing, on average, almost 3-0 every game. Whoa. We've had our best ever start to a Premier League season, and I think that might be the worst start to a Premier League season I've ever seen a side have in FIFA. Not quite as bad... Not quite as bad as Crystal Palace in real life a few seasons ago. I was going to take Tomori out, wasn't I? I'll take him out now. Is Ben Price able to... He's not yet fit enough. Okay. 6'7", there we go. Just, you can tell which Price is which because you need the... you need the height. Right. Actually, Watford have lost their last 2 games as well. This might hopefully make us 7 from 7 in the Premier League, although this is probably the least confident I've been for a simulated game to this point in the season. Still 0-0 after half an hour. Just the yellow card for Calvin Phillips. Jared Bowen is apparently a goal monster in simulated games. A 1-0 lead just before half time, and past the hour mark, that's still the case. Time running out. Oh, they've equalised in the 74th, Watford. We might be about to drop points for the first time. We do, but we should still be top of the table. We're top of our European table, that's for sure. We'll have a quick look and see what the Premier League looks like as we end the episode. We will start tomorrow with a game against AC Milan, which is certainly not to be missed. And we are top of the table still, although City could close that gap to just a single point if they win their game in hand. Who is that game in hand against? Leicester. Not a straightforward tie. Oh, Swansea, they lost again. Lads, I feel for Swansea because that's awful, but we're doing really well so far this season, and hopefully that will continue tomorrow. AC Milan to start. We've also then Chelsea and West Ham, followed by Ajax, Arsenal and Bradford. I might sim West Ham at home. I'll definitely sim Arsenal because they're rubbish. And then we'll sim Bradford as well. So we'll probably get all the way to this game against Swansea in the next episode. Right, that'll do us for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.